What is going on, guys? Ford here, and I'm going to be bringing you some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. Now, you're probably like, oh my god, I can't believe you're putting Modern Warfare 3 and you're playing and you're giving us the Modern Warfare 3. You said you're never going to do it again. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Alright, calm down first, alright? It's not that big of a deal. My buddy Stone Post 34 got online, and I haven't played with him in about 2 weeks. And I was like, alright, come on, man, we got a game. What do you want to play? And he's like, Modern Warfare 3. And I was like, alright, just for you, I'm going to put it in. So I decided to play 4 or 5 games with Stone. He had to go somewhere, so we only played a little bit. But after he left, I pretty much left. But here's one of the games I had. I went 51-4 in this game. Had 3 Reapers, 3 attack helicopters, and 3 Predator missiles or something like that. But the other games I actually played, I was playing with the light machine gun. Now, pro tip for you all, oh my god, don't use that, number 1. And number 2, if you are going to use it just for shits and giggles, use Quick Draw Pro and Sleight of Hand Pro. I mean, you were basically running around like you're a juggernaut. You're really slow without the health. And, I mean, you need to use Quick Draw and Sleight of Hand Pro just to bring up your sights a little bit faster, because it is just so heavy. I mean, it's bad. Just don't use it. I was having fun. I think at one game I went 44-12, but besides that, I mean, I was barely going positive. I might have been like 1 or 2 positive. But, I mean, it was just for fun, you know, just playing the objective. And I never really tried the light machine guns in Modern Warfare 3, so I thought I'd put it on. So if you're looking just for shits and giggles and maybe a little bit of rage, go ahead and put on the light machine gun and not really care about your gameplay. So what I wanted to talk to you today about is holidays and how you spend your holidays. Now, I'm the kind of person who grew up where we would go to my dad's side of the family for dinner one year, and then my mom's side of the family for dessert, and then the next year we'd switch it off. We'd go to my mom's side for dinner and then my dad's side for dessert. So when I got married, I thought, okay, we could do that for, you know, our family now. So one year we'd go to my side of the families for dinner, her side of the families for dessert. It wasn't really that bad of a time when my parents did it. Well, I never really thought it thoroughly, because when I was a kid, I would always fall asleep on the way home. So we were getting home a lot of times at 11 o'clock at night. But I never really realized that because I was sleeping. And oh my god, let me tell you, my first ever experience actually doing this was Thanksgiving. Now, we had our son, who was about 4 or 5 months, I believe, at that time. And so we decided to go to my aunt's house, who lives about 3.5 hours away from me. So we drove 3.5 hours to my aunt's house for dinner. We spent about an hour and a half there, you know, eating food and all that kind of stuff, saying hello. And then after dinner, we had to go to her side of the family's house for dessert, and they lived 2 hours away from my aunt's house. We got there, and it was about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And once we got there, they're like, oh, great, you're here. You get to drive Grandma home. Now, her grandma lives about 30 minutes away from us, and I wish she would have told us or their family, because we probably wouldn't have shown up then. Because, I mean, it's more of a hassle, and not even, like, this is the first time I really went to their house. They actually recently just moved. They used to live about 20 minutes away from me, straight down one road, but they recently moved, and they moved about 3 hours away. I mean, it was a pretty big difference, and there was a lot more roads and back roads to take and all that kind of stuff. So after we spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours there, because my wife really didn't want to leave, we were leaving about 10 o'clock at night, and I didn't know where I was. We didn't have GPS, so they drew me a map and some, you know, landmarks, I guess, to watch out for. So we got lost. Yeah. We didn't get home until past 12. Well, no. We didn't even get home past 12. We got back into an area where I knew at about 12 o'clock at night, and then we had to drop our grandma off and stuff like that. After that night, me and my wife both said, fuck that. We're only doing one side of the family for Thanksgiving. Now, Christmas, it's a little bit different. My parents always do Christmas breakfast. So, actually, it's more like brunch. So, about 10 o'clock, we go over to my folks' house, who live about throwing distance away from me. It's like 4 or 5 blocks. They live really close to me. So we go to brunch for there, and then her folks do Christmas dinner. So we go out there for Christmas dinner, which is fine, because if you're spending more time on the road, which we did the first Thanksgiving, than actual time with the family, it's really not worth it. But since, I spent like 4 or 5 hours with my folks, and then we headed over to her folks, spent another couple hours there, and then we headed home. We were home by 9 o'clock at night. Perfect, plenty of time spending with family. Not enough time where you get too sick of them, but just enough where you don't want to see them for a little while. So Christmas was actually really good for me. I actually did get some presents. I wasn't expecting anything. My parents decided to get me a Kindle, even though I never asked for anything. Like last year, they got me a flip camera, little HD. It records about an hour. It plugs right into the laptop computer or whatever, with a USB attached to it. But they always think, I would like these kind of things. And I gotta say, I'm liking this Kindle. It's the iPad for Amazon, if you don't know what that is. And there's free movies, or you can even rent movies or get music, all that kind of stuff on there. Go on the internet. So it's actually really, really, really cool. But I actually see my wife using it more than I do. And my brother decided to get me a pleather jacket. That's right, he went a little bit cheaper and got me a pleather. And not leather, but my wife was telling me it's more of a expensive kind of jacket, even though it's pleather. I don't know. So I guess I'll take her word for it. So I had a nice, relaxing Christmas. I got to spend time with the family, got to watch the Bulls beat the Lakers Christmas Day. Really awesome, great game. The Bulls weren't doing too well all game, but they picked it up the last 2 minutes, and it was a great game. But even though they lost against the Wizards last night, they had their heads up their ass last night. But yeah, for once, Christmas wasn't too bad. I didn't have that much. A headache after I spent so much time with the family. I don't know. I'm not one of those people who really like family parties that much. I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess. But it wasn't too bad. Just enough time spent with both sides of the family. So I'm gonna cut it off here early, guys. I hope you like it. Went 51-4. Had 3 Reapers, 2 Predator or 3 Predators, attack helicopters, whatever. Y'all can count it up. So let me know what you guys had for Christmas, what you got, all that kind of good stuff. Till next time, later.